After spending $28,630 to completely refurbish the building, the restaurant owned by American Pickers star Mike Wolfe has been found to be in violation of both fire and gas regulations. A former vineyard in the small town of Columbia, Tennessee, was renovated by Mike, who is 60 years old, into a breathtaking outdoor space that features a stage, lights, a fire pit, and a pergola, among other features. Mike is the proprietor of the bike shop Columbia Motor Alley and the vacation rental Two Lanes Guest House, both of which are located in the small town of Columbia, Tennessee, which is getting a facelift as part of his initiative to revitalize the area. The star of American Pickers purchased the formerly owned wine bar in September 2022 for a total of $600,000 and spent $28,630 on the refurbishment of the property. However, the United States Sun is able to report in an exclusive manner that Mike has failed inspections on the site. Building records that were obtained by the United States Sun indicate that a permit application for a wood pergola was submitted in the month of August 2023. According to the permission, we will build structure according to plan specifications. Footers made of concrete will be used to support it. It measures 22 feet 6 inches by 16 feet. The last fire inspection, which took place on April 12, 2024, was unsuccessful. The documentation stated, in order to verify the distance between hanging gas heaters and combustibles, please provide the manufacturers with installation information for these heaters. The light sockets that are located between the building and the pergola require light socket safety caps to be installed in place of the bulb. One more final fire inspection, which took place on September 16, 2024, was likewise unsuccessful. It is mentioned in the permit that there are still some changes that need to be made for the building inspection. The total amount that must be paid for this particular permit is $17,730. In November of 2023, a second permit was also obtained for the purpose of installation of one underground gas line for fire pit, including risers, regulators, and necessary materials. In order to ensure that future appliances have adequate flow, the 3/4 foot gas line will be replaced with a 1 foot gas line. Installation of a fire pit and a hanging heater in the yard. Mike's expenses for this permit totaled $4,400. During the month of August in the year 2023, a third permit was obtained for footers for planter walls and pergola. There is no predetermined timeframe for any of the inspections, and Mike is incurring a cost of $6,500 for the construction. The actual structure, which has not been altered in any way, is the subject of Mike's application for permission to remove existing roof systems down to existing deck. Examine and replace any decking that has become damaged or degraded. Tapered insulation should be supplied and installed so that it slopes towards the drain over R30 insulation. Make available and set up 0.60 mm mechanically fastened TPO roof system, which was installed in accordance with the requirements provided by the manufacturer. The color of the constructed 24-gauge counterflashing, which will be picked from the manufacturer's standard colors, will be supplied and installed upon request. Provide and install one retrofit drain into the plumbing that is already constructed. Please provide a 2-year craftsmanship warranty for RSI. Please provide a manufacturer's warranty for the NDL that is valid for 20 years. Mike will incur a cost of $20,081 for this, providing that all inspections are successful. According to Mike's explanation in the application, the building does not have a tenant at the moment. In addition to this, he disclosed that the company will not be able to acquire a food permit and will not be preparing or serving meals. See a jewel of PROPRTA. In the past, the United States Sun has stated that there are plans to transform the property into a restaurant. The following statement was made at the time by a source who was working on the construction. It is going to be a restaurant. pizza and Coke, along with other similar items, are going to be sold by them. A pergola, a fire pit, and a stage for karaoke are all being constructed by construction workers in front of the structure. However, the restaurant never opened its doors because the residents of the town could only conjecture about what activities might take place in the region. According to a source within the community, it was a vintage wine bar and lounge in the past. They shut down that business, and Mike Wolfe proceeded to purchase it and construct it. There is nothing to be done with it. It is beyond my comprehension what they are doing with it. It was reported by a second insider that the area is now being utilized as an outdoor seating area for the restaurant. The finished result of the outdoor area were previously made public by the United States Sun. A pergola made of wood that is illuminated may be found in front of the restaurant. Pavers in a gray color are placed beneath the pergola, and concrete is used for the other portion of the area. Pavers are also present in the area surrounding the fire pit, and there is a brick seat for patrons to sit on while gazing at the flames. In order to provide a stage for karaoke and other performances, certain pavers have been lifted. There is a black metal fence that runs along the perimeter of the outside space, and there are brick planter boxes filled with shrubs and other types of vegetation. The phrase "memories for years to come." On his Instagram account, Mike has provided updates regarding the progress. Furthermore, in November of 2023, he posted the following. When I first arrived in Columbia, Tennessee, 6 years ago, this building immediately caught my eye. This small Esso service station has been able to weather the storm despite all of the changes that have occurred over the course of the years. There are a great number of these locations that have been removed from the ground. This is a significant section of the history of transportation in the United States. I consider myself really fortunate to have been given the chance to rethink the ways in which this property could continue to be of service to the residents of the town. The memories that are made in this outdoor setting will last for many years to come. Questiones relating to the home. As part of Mike's efforts to revitalize the little town of Columbia, Tennessee, this is the second inspection that has been unsuccessful. Mike paid $700,000 for a house that was 3,166 square feet in size and was 151 years old when he made the purchase on May 20, 2022. U.S. Sun was successful in obtaining a building permission for the residence, which was submitted in April 2024 in order to remodel and restore the tower as well as the front porch. An examination of the residence was carried out by the City of Columbia on the 8th of July. According to the inspection record, the inspection was unsuccessful for framing and building. The record also mentioned that new electrical wiring had been connected, probably in a manner that was not in accordance with the appropriate method. Additionally, Mike mentioned that he need at least one more rafter tie near the northwest corner. On July 10, the star of the History Channel was fortunate enough to pass an examination that was conducted for frame and building aspects. The final inspections of the building and the project have not yet been arranged. The historic house. A set of unique photographs of Mike enlarging the entrance of the house into a tower was obtained by the United States Sun. Castles are the typical locations for the little towers known as turrets. In addition to that, Mike installed an awning on the front porch area. A newspaper clipping of the original property was included in the photographs that Mike shared in September, which showed the exterior of the house that was still under construction. In addition to that, he provided a glimpse of the interior of the house by displaying the fireplace and the window that extended all the way to the floor. The properties of Columbia. Throughout the years, the star of the History Channel has renovated a number of properties in the city of Columbia, Tennessee. According to an earlier report by the United States Sun, the construction cost him a total of $322,461. The town is happy Mike is taking this on to help bring new life to Columbia, a source said in reference to Mike's work during an interview with the United States Sun. A second insider, on the other hand, stated that it's kind of interesting because a lot of people don't want change and some people do, so we're in that flux. New businesses are expanding their operations in the town, in addition to Mike's existing enterprise. The source went on to say, they are constructing a condominium that is 6 stories tall and includes a restaurant. A parking lot is scheduled to be located just next to that. The town is changing rapidly. In addition to his brother Robbie, John Jersey John, Soleil, and Danielle Colby, Mike is a cast member on the television show American Pickers. It is anticipated that American Pickers will return with a new season in the month of October.